guys, welcome to the Homestead. So today we're going to talk about a little bit what I saw at this homeschool convention that I went to from a dad's perspective. And, just some things I saw from other fathers or lack thereof at this convention. And I'm going to give basically three things that I think that men can do for their families that they need to step up on. So listen, if you're not a man, go get your husband and let him watch this video, especially if you homeschool. Okay, if you don't homeschool, he should watch the video anyway, because I'm hoping by the end of the video he's going to decide to homeschool. Okay, so what I saw at this homeschool convention, very, very, very few dads. It was definitely more females there. And it's not, where were the dads? Okay, so it started on Thursday and then went on to Friday and then Saturday. Okay, Thursday and Friday, dad's at work. I'm sure dad's at work. And then on Saturday, you figure, there'd be more dads there. There wasn't. Well, maybe a little bit more. There was a few more dads there on Saturday than there were on Thursday and Friday. Some of them decided to join in and come along. You think maybe, because a lot of the times the moms were by themselves in the lectures, and so maybe dad's at home watching the kids for mom. Not really. So they have this program called the Giant Cow that comes in and basically is a babysitting service for children and kids, I think up to like 12 years old. Okay? Because they figure, kids older than 12 can probably stay home and monitor themselves. But for 12 and under, they have basically a babysitting service so mom can go to the lectures and not be interrupted because dad's not there. Dad's at work or on Saturday. Who knows where dad is? Maybe he's at work too. I don't know. But they have a babysitting service for the 3 days so that mom can go to the lectures. I just expected more dads. I really did. And they even had a few lectures there that were geared especially for dads. Why were the dads not there? I know why they weren't there. Because they think in their mind that this is mom's business. Mom wants to homeschool. Mom wants to do all this stuff. Let her do it. I'm out. I've even heard that from men before. Oh, that's her thing. Let her do that. She wants to do, I've even heard women tell me, they'll say, well, my husband, he wasn't really into the homeschool thing, but I really wanted to homeschool. But he said, hey, listen, if that's the thing you want to do, you do it. But you got to handle it. I'm not going to do it. It's on you. If that's what you want, fine, it's on you. And that's just the wrong attitude. Men, step up. This is why we're in the position that we're in this world. I wasn't going to go here, but I'm going to go there. Lauren Boebert. Lauren Boebert. She's a firebrand congresswoman from I forgot what state. But she's very pro-Second Amendment. She says a lot of the right things. She's very pro-family. And she's in Congress. Where is her husband? Where are the men with that sort of firebrand? Marjorie Taylor Greene, another one. But their home life, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, their home life is a mess. Marjorie Taylor Greene is getting divorced this year. She's been in numerous affairs, reported in the media. Lauren Boebert, her 17-year-old got a 15-year-old pregnant just a few weeks ago, it was announced. Their home life is a mess. Where is dad? Where is the father figure in these families? I just don't understand. The women are having to go to Congress and fight for the rights of Americans. I mean, a lot of times I like what, Marjorie and Lauren talk about. I love the things that they stand for, publicly. But gosh darn it, their men should be doing this, and they should be at home, oh boy, gonna set some people on fire now. They should be at home taking care of the family. And because they're not, their family is a disaster. Men, it's because of your fault. This is your fault, men, because you're not leading. There was a number of occasions where I was at this convention, and there was a number of men who were definitely switched on. And they were watching and learning along with their wives. You could tell that they wanted to be involved, and they wanted to facilitate leadership in their homes. And then there was a number of other men who were there, of the few that were there, that were like, had the baby, on the shoulder, when's this thing going to be over? And, just trying to keep the baby quiet so mom could listen. Or mom was listening in the lecture and they were out in the lobby taking care of the baby or whatever, entertaining the kids. It was really upsetting in a lot of ways because, all right, years ago, I came home from work one day and Joshua, my oldest, was like 2. Caleb wasn't even born yet. And so Joshua was like age 2 and I come in the house and Jamie is like, I want to get rid of the TV. I'm like, what? Where did this come from? She's like, I saw him staring at the TV and he was just like this robot. He's age 2. He was sitting in front of the TV and there's like this tunnel between the TV and him and his eyes. And she says, my motherly instinct just said, get rid of it. It's harming, it's not good for him. And I said, okay, get rid of it. And we got rid of the TV. And I know years later, she told me she was so grateful that I did not because she thought I was going to throw a fit about getting rid of the TV. But I'm like, I don't really watch it anyway. I'm not big into sports. And I get everything news-wise I can get from the internet. So it's like, whatever, fine, get rid of it. If you think it's a danger, get rid of it. The motherly instinct is powerful. And if they're seeing something that's a danger, listen to them. But men, you should be seeing the danger. You're the leader of the home. There's no way in the world you, with your right mind attached, with your head screwed on straight, you should be sending your kids to a public school system. It's not just the administrators and the teachers you have to worry about and the curriculum you have to worry about today. No. It's the kids coming from outside the system and coming into that school system. Even if you think you have a great public school, even if you think you have a great Christian school, what homes are these kids coming from? Are they coming from homes where they think certain agendas are okay or that certain lifestyles are fine? Are those ideas influencing your kids because those kids talk to your kids? You don't. It's like the Matrix. You think you're seeing a woman in a red dress walk by, but it's not. It's an agent. And the woman in the red dress could be your childhood friend who they get along really well, and you're going over and they're going to have a play date together. But it's like, or they talk at school, or they share notes, or they share music, or they talk about movies that the one child, the family says it's completely fine to go and see R-rated movies. Or maybe it's completely fine to see, porn in the home, and it's told, and no one thinks different about it. But now that child who lives differently, has a different set of rules in their home, is now influencing your child who have a completely different set of rules in your home. See, it's not just the curriculum and administration you have to worry about today. It's the entire system and the people who are in that system. Get your kids out of the freaking public schools. Get them out. You got to get them out. You as a man have to recognize danger. If you don't recognize danger, it will sneak up on you and it will get you. And the way it's coming after you is your kids. It's coming after your kids. Your family is in danger, and it's your kids that are the weakest link of that day because you're not hardening up your soft target. I get really emotional about this, if you can't tell. Number one, recognize the danger, men. You've got to recognize the danger. You've got to be more involved. If your wife wants to homeschool, you need to, number one, support your wife. You've got to give her support. And I'm not just talking, you got to encourage her. Yes, I get it. You see the danger. I see the danger. Now I support you. What do you need help in? Just don't let them do it. Participate in it. You need to participate. You need to be, listen, she is going to have, your wife, if she switched on about this, she's going to have a motivation and an intuition about the things she wants to go for. You don't need to micromanage her. Just let her go. Let her go. Let her micromanage those things. You just hey, what support you need? How can I help? And so that your wife has the resources she needs. Okay, provide her the resources she needs. And then number 3, be active in the education. The thing with Charlotte Mason is, it's one thing for you to read to your children, but it's a completely different thing for the man, the husband, the father, to read to his children. That is it's a difference. A mom can read to her children, and she often will. But when a dad reads to his children, there's something. Jamie used to always tell me this, and it never clicked until she was gone. And then I started reading to my kids, and their attention, they look forward to it. They look forward to it every night. They're like, Dad, especially my youngest, Dad, it's time to read. When are you going to read, Dad? You know, I mean, he's like on me, because they like it when dads read. They never did that when she read. It was always, hey, come on, it's time to read. Dad, you need to be more. You need to take up the mantle of leadership in your home. You've got to. And one of the things I saw when we were at this convention was so many who just weren't plugged in to what was going on there. They weren't even there. Or, you know, you hear stories in some of the lectures about people who are lecturing, you know. This is the biggest thing about homeschooling. This is why homeschooling has exploded, because the system is not giving you and your family, your children, what they need to succeed in life. And you've got to be the one who decides to raise the bar. You, the man. And then let your wife handle that. If she wants to do that, let her go down that road. If you're at any point a stumbling block in this process, fix yourself. Figure out that you're doing it wrong and do something different. Do not be a stumbling block in the system. Your family's existence is at stake here. That's where it comes down to. All right. Sorry for getting a little bit crazy there. But gosh darn it, it really makes me angry when I see these people who are like, oh yeah, I went to the public school system. It was good enough for me. It's good enough for them. You don't understand the battlefield as it stands right now today. You don't understand it. And you're about to get run over. Your existence is at stake. Your children's existence is at stake. All right, we'll leave it at that. Leave a comment below. Let me know why I'm crazy. Let me know I'm not crazy. But it's a different day. 3 years ago, it was not what it is today. 10 years ago, it wasn't. We know that. But 3 years ago, 4 years ago, we live in a completely different world now. You need to take charge, man. All right, guys. See you next time in the Homestead. Bye. Alexander the Great. Did you know when he died, his body was placed in a coffin made of solid gold? Decades later, Ptolemy X and Cleopatra III stole the coffin and gold artifacts just so they could pay their war debts. Germany, at the time of World War II, stole all of the gold they could get their hands on, and much of it still today has not yet been accounted for. You see, all throughout history, when times get tough, people, either good or bad, seek real wealth. They turn to gold and silver. The central banks and Wall Street cheerleaders would have you believe that gold and silver are just shiny rocks with no real value. But did you know that central banks around the world have for the last year been buying record amounts of gold and silver for stockpiling? Stockpiling for what? What do they know that they're not telling us? Genesis Gold Group is a proud supporter of an American homestead. They help people get out of locked-in 401ks and IRAs into something that's real, physical gold and silver. If you're going to be locked into something, it might be a good idea to talk to Genesis Gold Group about being locked into something physically vaulted instead of just a piece of paper that at the end of the day is just that, a piece of paper. It's a clear surety that our economy is headed for turbulent waters. The nation is currently over $31 trillion in debt, and Congress keeps spending money and the Fed keeps printing it. That does not bode well for anyone keeping and saving money in savings accounts or paper-denominated assets. Call Genesis Gold Group today, this instant, or visit them online at genesisgoldgroup.com. They can put together a strategy that's right for you. And be sure to say that you heard about them from an American homestead. Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of an American homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the homestead that we make here on the homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. I'll wait.